Hello StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Sonagi and Buildings on New Gettysburg, the latter edition. In the bottom left side of the map, we have the red Terran player, it is Sonagi. Throwing out the G question mark, GG, in response to the good luck from Buildings. And in the bottom right side of the map, we have the blue Zerg player, it is Buildings, from Team Ascension's competitive team. Woo, so a TVZ for you guys here on New Gettysburg, the latter edition. Had some really good TVZs on this map, I feel like, recently. Just great stuff. Good drops all over the place. Polt's been involved in some Terran play. Snoot has been involved in some Zerg play as well. Not against each other directly, unfortunately. I really need a Polt versus Snoot game or two. Did we have a finals that was Polt versus Snoot a few months ago? I feel like we did. I just can't remember anything, you guys. I need you to be my brains in order to figure this stuff out. Buildings going pool first here. Interesting opening from Team Ascension's representative. What can he do with it is going to be the question. Zerg or Terran player Sonagi looks all the world like he's going for that Reaper expand. So let's get that Reaper list ready. Not actually a list. I know some of you think I have like pen and paper here, but nope. I actually have a Google Keep document where I keep track of this stuff. Google Keep is nice. It's good. I'm kind of like a Google fanboy, though. I'll use everything that they ever have. Ever since Gmail was a free 1 gig storage account back in like 2004, I've just been on board. I mean, ever since then, they kind of won my business. All right, so this Reaper's name is going to be Ruprecht. I assume that's a German name of some kind. It's hard for me to say. I had to practice a bunch before I actually used it in a cast. But Ruprecht it is. And he's going to try to kill him some Zerg, although he didn't say it like that, because again, I think he's German. He's probably a little bit more proper than a Western cowboy American or Southerner. Sometimes those accents get a little bit mixed up inside my head. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I've been watching some Justified. I think I'm on season 5 or 6, and it's in the South, so most people, not most people, a lot of people have pretty strong Southern accents, and I try to work on it, try to pick it up, but ever so often it just doesn't work out in my brain. So some Overlord here scouting on in. The SCV saw what? Saw an early pool. The Reaper heading home. Actually, he's intercepting the Lings. What a play by Sonagi. Recognized that the Lings were coming out and allows them to die instead of killing that Marine. Well done. Great opening by Sonagi. Buildings is allowed to get a third base, though. Bit of an issue. Oh, and he can't see that bunker. Buildings can't see the bunker building just outside his vision at this third. Oh, this could be bad. This could be bad for Buildings and great for Sonagi. Reaper heading out across the map. Marine heading out across the map. They're going to set up residence inside that bunker. No, no, no. Don't make it obvious there's something bad happening. Just, there you go. Reaper gets out of the range after getting one shot off there. And oh no, we got the attention of the Queen. Okay, alright, is it time? Is it time to go in yet? Marine getting there, hoofing it. And there it is, inside the bunker as the vision has been restored. And the jig is up. Marine, get inside bunker. Yeah, gets inside the bunker. They could probably kill this Queen from inside the bunker. SCV, run, get inside the bunker. Yes. Gets inside the bunker. Queen forced a retreat there. Some big time shots coming out. Somebody's shooting from that side window at this hatchery. That seems a little inefficient to me. Just a weird animation maybe. Drone kill from Sonagi as well. I love this early pressure. I love this early pressure from Sonagi. What's he going to do? Can he take down this third? That would be a huge pickup for him. Queen count getting a little high for Buildings though. He's got 3. He's got a bunch of Lings. 4 Queens now. Yeah, it's time to evacuate. Run. Get out of there. SCV stays behind, gets destroyed. Bunker gets salvaged. Marine and Reaper heading home, and they should make it. These Lings do not have speed yet. I don't think... Are they faster than Marines without stim? 4.13 move speed on slow. And Marine, where the stim wearing off is 3.15. So the same speed, actually. No, 413. No, did they get speed? They just got... No, they didn't. My brain is messed up. Okay, so Lings are still faster than Marines without stim, but he's stimming his way home, so he should make it just in time. Double refinery being taken to the natural base. Already has a double refinery at the main. Viking on the way. Love that Viking opening. Tanks coming out too for a Sonagi. So a Marine tank Viking type play. Bit of a drop here at the main base. Widowmine mixed in. Doesn't have any kills yet, but could prove to be a problem for Buildings later on. And yeah, full evacuation by Buildings at his natural base. or at his main base rather, not losing anything. Ling's trying to do some stuff here at the natural. Viking landing, trying to help kill these things. Good stutter step by Sonagi in the end. And the Queens want to kill that medevac really bad. Get out of there. Run, medevac. Get out. Bait the Queens into the Widow Mine. They want to kill that one that's very injured, but no. They can't get it. Dude, focus on something, Sonagi. Taking on the supply depot, or the spawning pool would be a really big deal here. Ling's coming out. They do manage to take out one of these Marines. Another Marine dies. The Queen count is a little bit too high. Run. Run, medevac. The boost wears off. Is the Widow Mine in position to do any damage here? I mean, it's making itself known by kind of targeting these Queens. Is there an overseer? Oh, there's a Spore Crawler. Okay, so Spore Crawler is here. It's going to move on over to detect where that Widow Mine is, and I think the Queens will clear it out. 17 drones on the way at once. For buildings, he takes a humongous 61 to 45 Harvester lead here. The Queens, Lings show up. Widow Mine does have 2 kills, which is fine, but it does get clean out there as well. Liberator by Sonagi doing the follow-up, trying to maybe harass this third base, but there are 3 Queens at the third base. 3 of them, with 3 more coming in as well. Man, Zerg players love their Queens these days. They sure do. Viking flying around, just sniping overlords out of the sky. Don't mind him. He's got 3 now. Supply blocking buildings, 89 out of 82 total supply. Liberator trying to set up shop, but the Queens, man. The Queens are good. Spore Crawler coming up at the third base. A little bit too late, but the Queens were able to handle it. No problem. Spore Crawler at the natural as well. So everybody has a Spore now, which is fantastic. Follow-up from Sonagi is going to be more Liberators. Getting an armory, getting double factory. Is he meching at this point? I think he only has 1 barracks, you guys. He does. 1 barracks. Where's his factories? He's got 3 factories, and he's not making any more right now, but he does have a 3rd command center. A 4th command center on the way. Ah, the Lings take down the tank here at the third base of Sonagi. There was an army there to save the tank, but it was not fast enough. Sonagi takes... Oh, he takes the island base, too. We are not seeing this enough lately, but we're seeing it now. So there it is. Command center, orbital command upgrade, not even planetary fortress. Here at this island base, just outside of his natural. And tanks on the way for Sonagi. Alright, so it looks like we have a meching Terran here against buildings. After that early Marine pressure, it looks like he's done. He's done with Marines, thank you very much. Macro hatch coming up at the 3rd, and a 4th base being taken by buildings as well. Creep spread continuing to move across this bottom lane. Evolution chamber coming up to block the entry into buildings side of the map on the right side of this path. Seen this before. I think buildings has done this before on my channel, or if not, he'll do it later because again, sometimes I cast and post in a different order. 2 Liberators heading out across the way here at the very, very top of the map, scouting for bases. Going to try to see if there's a 4th here, maybe take it down. There is a 4th, but there are no workers for them to kill. Oh, the Viking has scouted it out. Okay, so the Viking knows what's going on. Knows what's up. What does buildings know about? He doesn't know anything about that island base. Lings clearing out the Zelnong watchtower in the north, and no droning up at the 4th. Banelings and Lings here for buildings, though. And again, 3 Queens. 3 Queens at this 4th base. Injecting, and nope, 4, 5. Actually, just queuing up all the injects on this hatch with all of his Queens. Accidentally discovering the Liberators. Oh, shoot. Get out. Run, Liberators. Not dying. Not dying is good, but don't fly past the Spore Crawler either. Don't go that way. Just stay here. Perfect. Perfect, Liberators. All right, so setting up shop. Run, drones, run. Get out of there. Drones getting 1 shot. Drones on gas. Liberator dies. Other Liberator comes back to the 4th, killing more drones. Effective harass out of Sonagi. He has killed 16 drones. Lost an SCV in the process. Queens show up. Take down that Liberator. Transfusing Queens to keep them alive. No Queens have died so far, but 3 Liberators certainly have. So this is kind of the good thing about this mass Queen. Here comes a Hellbat tank Liberator push out of Sonagi. Love this opening out of Sonagi. It is weird. It is fun. It is crazy. Queens trying to take down those Liberators. Banelings on everything, though. Lings on top of the tanks. Banelings clearing out the Hellbats in about 3.5 seconds. All that's left are 2 Hellbats and about 4 tanks, and the Lings should be able to clear that out, no problem. Okay, I forgot about the Liberators. They're doing pretty well for themselves. Transfuses on the Queens, keeping them alive. No, one of them dies. A queen finally dies. Actually, more queens than that died. 3 queens have died so far. And Sonagi is not retreating. He is not pulling back. He's setting up shop on this creep, killing creep tumors, killing spawning banelings as well. I mean, the tanks here with +1 attack doing so much work. Some Hellions trying to run in, but the Ling Baneling, it's a weird composition against this mech, but it's working for buildings pretty well. Trying to pick up the tanks and save them. There's only 1 medevac available. Another tank explodes. Kablooey Swarm Host Ultralisk Cavern for buildings. He hurried up and went for that Ultra Cavern. And, I mean, why not, right? Ultra Rush is kind of what you do in Legacy of the Void these days if you're a Zerg. But Sonagi, sneaky base. Sneaky base. Is he taking another one? He is. Sonagi's going to have 5 bases here at the 10-minute mark while meching. How weird is that? I mean, he has kept buildings on his back foot for the most part. So that's useful. That's useful if you're trying to expand a lot. And buildings is going for a Hydralisk Den. He's getting Adrenal Glands. He's getting +3 Ground Carapace at the same time. I mean, he's kind of doing a little bit of everything right now. Does he have a Spire yet? He does have a Spire. He has a Spire already too. Chitinous Plating on the way for the Ultras. I just don't like Ultras when your opponent's going mass tank like this. Tanks still do very well against them, doing extra damage versus armored, especially with the upgrades that we're seeing. +2 vehicle weapons on the way, +2 Terran vehicle and ship plating coming up too for Sonagi. I mean, not to mention the Liberators, which do great against Ultras as long as Ultras stay inside their circles of doom. Ling's cleaning out a bit of an attempted attack here at the 4th. Did I miss that? Yeah. Blue Flame Hellion run by, roasting up a whole bunch of drones, actually. 26 drones? 26 drones have been killed so far. It's 78 to 63 Harvesters. Some Locust attacks, some Swarm Host attacks. Here at the 4th base, or the 3rd base of Sonagi, up along this left side. Where are you? Where are you, Swarm Host? Here. Here you are. You're not running at all either, so you're just going to die straight up. That's a crazy death animation. Pieces of that thing went everywhere. 2, 3, 4. 5th base coming up for buildings now, and kind of the middle-ish section of the map, just direct across from Sonagi's 5th base. Both players pretty much identical except for the location of their 4th. Again, sneaky base on the island. Buildings does not know about at all. Another base on the way for Sonagi. Gee willikers, 12 minutes in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bases on the way for the Terran player. Liberators, tanks, Hellbats, Widowmines sitting up, clearing all of this creep that Buildings is trying to establish here. Viking flying around as well. Hellbats cleaning out more creep tumors. Tanks setting up in siege mood. Pretty good split on these tanks, and it's siege mood. Corruptor Ball by Buildings shows up though, takes down a medevac very quickly. Takes out the Liberators very quickly. Their only enemy is going to be these Widowmines, and it is enough to make Buildings think twice about moving in there. He does need some anti-air. That'd be nice. He's got some more Vikings coming out, but here come the Ultras, Lings, and Banelings. Goodbye, tanks. Goodbye, Hellbats. Run! Run, Terran Army! They are fleeing, as Buildings has a lot of strong stuff here on the ground. Zerglings are +3, +2. Vipers coming in. Hydras coming in for Buildings as well. And trying to take out tanks. Getting 1 tank there. Ultras trying to deal with these Hellbats that are just slow. They waddle so slowly. 3.15 move speed. That's the same walk speed as Marines, actually. +3/+3 coming out for that mech for Sonagi. And is that a 7th base? 7th base on the way for Sonagi. All right. Everybody settle down. A 7-basing meching Terran at 13 minutes into the game. It is 181 to 176 total supply. Buildings has an interesting composition. It's basically Ultra Hydra right now with some Vipers overhead. Did he lose all of his Banelings? He lost all of his Banelings and all of his Lings too, actually. So here it is, another big battle. Hydra's trying to deal with these Liberators. Corruptors mixed in as well. A yoink on the Liberators, taking them out. Vikings not doing well against the Hydras or the Corruptors. Blinding Cloud being used on these tanks, allowing them to be dealt with very easily by the Hydras and the Ultras. And here comes Buildings. He's on a rampage. He's up 182 to 148 total supply. 75 to 78 Harvesters. Sonagi's actually up on that one. Planetary Fortress, 6th base by Sonagi. No. Buildings wants no part of it. He's taking out the Vikings. Thor's getting surrounded by Lings. Hydras sniping them from a distance. Widowmines getting shots off before they get killed, but they definitely do get burned out of the ground. Ultra here with 8 kills coming on down. This is not a huge army for buildings, but he's making 6 more Ultras back home. And I think he's going to be okay. Ultras are all gone. All that's left here are some Hydras and some Corruptors and a bunch of Lings. They are so fast at the front lines. Widow Mines trying to get some shots off, and they do. 13 kills on that Widow Mine, 6 kills on that Widow Mine. Hydra's continuing to push into this natural base, but there are too many tanks. And by too many, I mean 3. 3, 4, nope, 3. And Buildings retreats on back. So he hasn't actually killed a base yet. He won that battle, but I don't know if it's a long-lasting victory. You know what I mean? 173 to 142 total supply. Buildings is up at this point. Sonagi is working continually on tanks, Liberators, and Hellbats. Blinding Cloud on the Planetary Fortress. Hydra is able to attack it with impunity. So is this Ultra. Ultra's focusing on the SCVs now. The SCV count, death count, is skyrocketing. Let's make it 14. 14 of them. Moving in now to the south is Buildings. He's yanking tanks back to be killed by the Hydras. Ultra's right on top of the tanks. That's not where you want to be. And that's it. A GG. GG out of Sonagi. Sonagi is defeated. Buildings is victorious. And Zerg gets the win on this one today. So well done. Well done by Buildings. 7 basing Terran. Whew. That is an interesting opening from Sonagi here at the GM level, but almost just about made it work. I love the early harass. I love the drops. I love the Widow Mines. I love this sneaky base here. The Hellion run-bys were great. The pushes toward the middle were great too. It's just Buildings had a little bit too much time. To be comfortable, where he could get Hydra, Ultra, Ling, Baneling, Viper, Corruptor. I mean, whatever he wanted was available in this match, especially, you know, at around the 12, 13-minute mark is when Zerg can really start to power up. So good job. Good job by Buildings. Good job by the Zerg. And that's it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself. Patrons! Nicholas Cheek, Sean Govin, Nick Riley, Josh Cornelius, Jin, Robert Farmer, KN, Matt Meermans, Hakon Marcus, Christopher, Alex Coffey, Ben Raboyne, 19 Day, Kith Carlo, Alexander Canaras, Complex, Ian Westbrook, Michael McIntosh, Sam Estagoy, Bo Brissett, Kale Anderson, Trevor Smith, Medhadin, GMP, Sik Kupata, Pedro Batsaris, Michael Wellen, Plaid, Henry Cooper, Clayton Knight, Jan Kodera, Kevin Chang, Raji Butt, link at the top right. Thank you. Bye.